Hello everyone, welcome to the third episode of Detect and Correct. Detect and Correct is an initiative carried out by the Leo Club of University of Colombo to make you aware of the critical topics in the present context. To make our discussion series easily accessible for you, we are linking through two platforms, YouTube and our official newsletter, which is in the written form. Passion can be defined as a secret of getting ahead in one's life. Passion and fashion seems to be parallel even with their pronunciations. What you wear is how you represent to the world. So do our inner values. They even help in shaping our future. To discuss about how to fashion your future, we invited Dr. Ranil Sugatadasa as today's guest speaker, who's a senior lecturer from Faculty of Engineering, University of Moratuwa, and the founder, director, and CEO of The Motivator, who has been privileged to help over thousands of people and hundreds of companies to reach their next level. Sir, you're warmly welcome to Detect and Correct.
Thank you. Great to be here.
First of all, sir, could you give us a brief introduction about yourself? What inspired you to become such an inspiring personality?
Yeah, well, I think it's a good question. And, I'm Ranil Sugatadasa, an engineer, project management professional. Branch out to basically a transformational coach, a result coach, a motivational and mindset mastery expert, leadership and management trainer. And that is actually my passion. So my qualifications are basically in the line of engineering, management, and project management. But at the moment, I am enjoying my true passion by training over 500,000 people in over 400 plus organizations. Because later in my life, I found my passion. And originally, I'm a civil engineer. I did my first job in Singapore as a civil engineer for a Japanese company called Toa Corporation. And I worked for Mr. Lee Kuan Yew, who was one of the most important projects in 2001 as my first job. Then I came back to Sri Lanka because that job was boring a little bit, even though it pays really well. I came back to Sri Lanka and became a manager, or more rather, senior manager in a multinational company into market and product development. Where I was basically doing market and product development into construction related materials. That's my original field, and then I did a couple of projects, and with all this experience, I decided to be my own boss, an entrepreneur, and with that I actually established a few companies, and one is The Motivator, and at the same time I joined University of Moratuwa as a senior lecturer. Even at the moment, actually, I'm trying to help my country by bringing, as much as direct dollars or indirect dollars. So as such, I'm helping IT industry and apparel industry to improve their productivity. And in addition to that, I'm trying my best to bring down a couple of foreign direct investment projects in the renewable sector and infrastructure sector. And that is my, key focus at this point. So that's about me.
Thank you, sir. So let's start today's discussion on fashion, your future. Fashion is a way of life and style is a reflection of the weaver. So is our life. Sir, how do you define life?
Actually, to me, life is a very, very interesting set of projects, right? Extremely interesting set of projects. And I define life as, collection of projects. Probably, even your undergraduate studies, one of your project. Then after that, you will try to find a good job. That's a project. Once you find a good job, then you will try to find a good marriage partner. That's another project. Then you get married, another project. Then you are going to have kids, another project. Then you are going to have a school for your kids. That's another project. And likewise, it's a collection of projects. And life is there to enjoy and to contribute. End of the day, you should live your life happily. And you should live it with lots of fulfillment. And it is to live and enjoy rather than to suffer right? In that perspective, you have to actually adjust your mindset, because life is not very easy. It's full of problems, barriers, frustrations also. So among all these barriers, frustration, problem, you still have to live your life happily and fulfilling way, and without which you feel like you haven't lived your life, or it's really a disaster. So in the planet Earth, lots of problem around, yet you have to have the skill of living this life happily in a fulfilling way to bring meaning to you and your community, and of course at the planet Earth as well. And it's a skill set, and then for me it's actually collection of projects.
That is indeed a best definition of life. So moving on to the next question. Sir, it seems that failure tends to be more public than success, or at least that's how we perceive it to be. So, sir, how would you see the importance of a balance between failure and victory?
Actually, failure is the foundation of success. I mean, because I have failed so many times in my life and career, I reach this level. And failure gives you the greatest lessons. So never ever afraid of failing, because failing is learning. But it doesn't mean that when you try, you should try with negative mindset. No, it's not. You should try in each and every project in your life to win. Yet, practically, you can't win each and every project. Once you put the fullest effort to win it, still if you fail that, you can find the exact reason as to why you fail. And that creates the foundation for next best project to achieve and win. So you have to have the attitude where, despite fear, you have to take action to live a joyful life, to do a couple of great projects for you and for your family and for your country and planet Earth. And because if you are really afraid of taking initiatives because of fear of failure, you will become nobody. You will become nobody. And so enjoy taking initiatives. Despite fear, still take action. Do your best to win. Still, sometimes you may fail. Don't worry. It's the starting point of doing a better project, achieving better results, and great victories. So, despite fear of failing, act, take initiatives, try your best. If it is going to fail, don't worry, face it, learn out of that. That is the best university that you can ever attend.
So we understood the importance of the balance between victory and failure. So it's during the darkest moment we should focus to see life. So we need to condense our wisdom into meaningful ways to witness the true meaning of life. Sir, what is your advice in finding the direction in one's life?
Yeah, actually, it's one of the greatest project that you can have, and it's one of the most difficult project to do also, because most of the times we Sri Lankans tend to do things mechanically. Sometimes parents mechanically guide you in certain direction. You also mechanically make decisions based on your colleagues and friends. And when you reach probably 30, 35, 40, you may feel like, what did I do? So my point is, of course, you have to listen to your parents, teachers, and colleague, and that's one of the input that you can have. Don't disregard that input. It's a very important input. because they say something because there is a point and truth in it. However, while taking that as an input to decide your direction, meditate, reflect, listen to your heart, take a piece of paper and write down the options you have, and think creatively, innovatively. Sometimes you can get the best idea about your direction when you are sitting on the command, or when you are having a bath, or when you are having a cup of plenty with one of your batchmate. So much inspiration can come in such instances. Listen to these ideas and take them also as input. So you have to take two inputs from your teachers, lecturers, parents, colleague, industry. That's one of the input. The second input is coming from you yourself. Listen to your heart and brain, and of course the guts, that is the gut brain that is inside your stomach, right? Listen to all these three brains, your head brain, heart brain, and the gut brain in the stomach, and then write them down, all the options you have, right? And take few hours to meditate on that. Then have a great sleep, and following day sometimes you will come across the right answer to your question, the direction that you had to choose. And once you make that decision, you have to take at least some baby steps immediately to start that direction. And some people, they decide the direction, then they just sleep, or they just become very lazy, and again mechanically following the batchmate or the corporate sector, the parental advising, right? So it's very important that you set your direction, considering the inputs of all the external consultants such as teachers, parents, batchmates, lecturers, industry, etc. Plus, you have to listen to your inner voice and hearts and brains, and then you have to jot down all these things in a piece of paper, and then you have to meditate on that, and then maybe you should think more creative options, and then you have a good sleep, and may probably following day or following week, you'll find the exact direction. But again, in my case, when I joined engineering faculty as an engineering undergraduate, I wanted to become a great engineer. Towards the final year of my engineering, I wanted to become engineering manager. Once I became engineering manager, then I wanted to become, basically, a corporate figure. Then once I achieved that, then I feel like it's not the right field. I must become, trainer and coach. Again, this direction might change with your age, my dear friends. So first of all, you have to set it, but it doesn't mean that once you set it, you have to go in the same line. Sometimes you go some distance in the same line, and then you have to reflect again and think which direction you should take your path, actually speaking, right? So it's really open to you, and there are no hard and fast rule. It's more or less agile rather than fixed, right? But yet you have to keep some discipline with you. Otherwise, you will go this direction, that direction, guys. You are going nowhere, actually speaking. So you have to be certain discipline, but you have to move forward, then taste it. And then after that, again, reflect, analyze, and understand the right direction, actually speaking. So it's really complex, but you have to take sufficient time to decide that.
Thank you so much for that advice, sir. Behavior and the way of thinking represent the instant language of somebody's character. What do you think of the qualities one should improve in maintaining a mentally, physically, and spiritually healthy life and a character?
Yeah, one of the qualities actually having good set of values, beliefs, and attitudes. When we put all these things together, it's actually the mindset. So whatever the circumstances that you are going to face, you have to have certain set of values, attitudes, and beliefs where you can face any problem. For example, I have one of the value, everything happens for good. So when I'm doing something, I put my all efforts. If I still fails, I go back to my value, everything happens for good. So I try to learn the blessings of that failure, you see. the blessings of that failure. At the moment, Sri Lanka is having so many problems and everybody is in the blame game. Everyone is blaming to each other, the politician, the administration and all. Of course, they are responsible. But rather than being in the blame game, you have to become problem solver as a university student. What I said to my engineering undergraduates is that try to bring at least $1 to Sri Lanka every day by doing at least a little bit of tuition or a little bit of IT work, by exporting the services. So you have to become part of the solution rather than blaming the darkness, rather than blaming the environment. You have to become the leader of solving whatever the context at hand, problem at hand, actually speaking. So you have to have the mindset of solving the problem, helping mindset, help the society, help others, right? When you try to help others, you will become bigger, right? That's the reality, actually speaking. The people who try to help others become bigger. If you take Lord Buddha, Jesus Christ, Muhammad Prophet, Bill Gates, right? Marcus Zuckerberg, Engineer Vimala Surendra, Dr. Kulasinna, great Parakram Bahu, right? All these people try to help others, and as a result of that, they become giants. So darkness is everywhere. In a way, it's good. When there is a darkness, you can become a light and shine, actually speaking. When there is shine everywhere, there is no opportunity for you to shine. So take the darkness as an opportunity to shine and help the society, the people. And as a byproduct of that, each one of you will become great. That's my thinking.
Thank you, sir. Whatever happens, everything happens for the good. We must think like that always. So, future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. We have to dust ourselves and get up whenever we fall down. But most of us lack the quality of persistent courage to move forward. Finally, we would like to know from you, sir, what is your advice to our viewers in achieving a fashionable life and a passionate future?
Yeah, very simple. You have to first of all understand what exactly you want. The car you want to drive, say Mercedes-Benz white color. The house you want to live. The income you want to get. The countries you want to visit. The support you want to help do to our mother country, Sri Lanka. The things that you are going to do with your parents. All these things must be thought and decided. And then you should draw all these things in a vision board. And when you draw it, what happens is our mind is our software. Our mind can't understand words. It can only understand pictures. So when you draw it, what happens is our software, the mind will understand what exactly we want. So once you draw it, every night, every morning, you have to see that vision board and feel like you are going to achieve it now. And now once you draw whatever you want, then you have to take action to adjust your values, adjust your beliefs, adjust your attitudes to go for those dreams. Then you have to take action to adjust your skill set to achieve those things that you draw. Then you have to adjust your habits, adjust your behavior, adjust your qualification, improve your qualification to go for that. On top of that, you have to adjust your leadership skills, communication skills, decision making, negotiation skills, marketing skills, and other skills too. Go for that. So first of all, you have to decide what exactly you want in the long run. Then you have to draw them in a vision board. Then you have to see that vision board every day 2 times and believe you can do it. Then you have to take action to improve your values, attitudes, beliefs, improve your habits, improve your skill set, improve your leadership and management skills, soft skills, technical skills to support that goals. And every day you must work towards your self-improvement. And you have to start at least a couple of small projects to go to these dreams, right? Little bit of entrepreneurship, right? Little bit of, little bit of a small job, part-time job, right? And you have to take action towards that. And every day you have to dream and feel like you are going there at least 1 millimeter every day, right? At least 1 millimeter every day. It can be journey of 100,000 kilometers. At least every day you should go 1 millimeter. And if you start doing this, my dear friends, after a point you will feel like your vehicle is put to highway, right? From a very rural, difficult road, right? And then once it's put to highway, you can drive your vehicle very fast where you can achieve all your dreams. And it's possible. And while doing that, you might come across failure, right? And you have to learn lesson from the failure and still try. And then ultimately, you end up having your dreams. Got it?
Okay. That was the best advice for achieving a fashionable life and a passionate future. So with that, we have come to the end of today's discussion on Fashion Your Future. Thank you so much, dear sir, for your inspirative words and advices. I'm pretty sure that our viewers got a clear understanding of how to fashion their future with a set of standards of values. Thank you, sir, for accepting our invitation despite your busy schedule and for sharing your valuable thoughts and ideas with us. So thank you again, sir.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining with us today. So till we meet again with another episode of Detect and Correct, stay safe and goodbye.